In this episode of Safe Money Retirement Radio, we'll explore the 4 main factors to consider with your savings in retirement, discuss my best piece of advice for retirement, and look inside a case file where a young woman received a death benefit from her mom's passing and was looking to plan for her retirement with it. Let's get started.
Is your retirement money safe? Really safe? Find out today on Safe Money Retirement Radio with your host, Tim Wood.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Safe Money Retirement Radio. I'm your host, Tim Wood. This podcast and on-air show is dedicated to those of you who struggle with the fear of losing your retirement savings because of forces outside your control. My goal is always to empower you with the knowledge to protect and even grow your retirement, all without any fear of market losses. Give me a call at 800-231-PLAN or visit safemoneyretirementradio.com for more details or to speak with me directly. Stay tuned to hear my best piece of advice for retirement, but first I want to start off today by discussing the 4 main factors to consider with your savings in retirement. There are many factors to weigh when planning out your retirement, so we're going to look at the 4 top factors you need to focus on. The first factor is risk. Most traditional retirement accounts are 100% at risk of losses due to market corrections. So the amount of risk you're willing to take on must be considered. And this can't depend solely on the investor's age. Risk tolerance must also be considered. The person who doesn't panic and sell their holdings when the market has plunged is more risk tolerant than one who calls his broker immediately and demands that the shares be sold. Determining the amount of risk you're willing to endure can help to make your retirement stress-free and keep your nest egg intact. Next is the time factor. The more time an investor has to invest, the more risks he can afford to take with his money. That's because over time, the ups and downs of the financial market smooth out. So younger investors can afford to take more risks with their investments as a result. By contrast, older investors cannot afford to put too much principal at risk because they don't have the time to make up any losses before they need to withdraw the money. I also refer to this as someone's time horizon. Next is the income factor. Once you transition from the accumulation phase of retirement planning into the distribution phase of retirement living, you need to determine how much income you will require from your investments. If you need investment income to cover living expenses, you will need to stay with lower risk or no risk types of products so you don't cannibalize your principal by taking an income from it when the market is down. And lastly, the rate of inflation factor. With retirement planning, future inflation must be planned for. To evaluate inflation risk, a retiree must understand the concept of real return, the annual return on an investment less the rate of inflation for that year. For example, if an investor puts $10,000 into a CD that yields 5% and the rate of inflation is 3%, the real return is 2%. The difference between the 5% yield and the 3% inflation rate. However, if the inflation jumps up to 7%, and inflation was measured in double digits in the 70s and early 80s, those of us can remember, and that could be right around the corner again, an investor would lose money by investing in that CD. His yield of 5% less the 7% of the inflation would yield a real return of minus 2%, meaning that the money would buy less at the end of the year than it would have at the beginning of the year. Now, we all know CDs don't pay anywhere close to 5% anymore, but making sure you keep up with inflation is a real doable goal and one you need to consider strongly when making your plan for retirement. There are ways you can still earn market-like returns without any market risk and cut the fees you're paying to a broker, all while knowing your money is completely protected and safe. Give me a call at 1-800-231-PLAN or visit safemoneyretirementradio.com for more details. And don't forget to register for your free copy of the Safe Money book. This book will explain how you can put your retirement on autopilot and never have to worry about losses to your hard-earned retirement again. In this week's noteworthy retirement news, we're going to talk about my number one piece of advice I give retirees on a daily basis, and it's something that everyone can agree on, but very few actually do. You know, the magic is in the doing. So what's my number one piece of advice? Here it is. Make a plan. Sounds simple, right? Well, it isn't. Here's what you really need to do. You need to take a serious look at exactly where you are now. Real numbers from your bank, retirement and investment accounts, assets, liabilities, and potential points of pain, as I call them, which are nothing more than foreseeable issues that are going to hurt, but can be planned and prepared for if they're looked at honestly and openly before they happen. Once you can see the reality of where you are now, and think about what you want to happen in the future, then a plan can be implemented to help guide you towards the destination you've chosen. You also should contact me for a free copy of the Safe Money book at absolutely no charge or obligation. Really, that book will answer a lot of your questions and help the planning process get started. And remember, you still don't have to put all your eggs in one basket. Look at putting at least some of your savings into a Safe Money retirement product so you have some security and protection from the storms that will come. Because we all know there are more storms coming from the street, Washington, big business, the left, the right, and everywhere else. The general rule is to have about whatever your age is as a percentage to be in a Safe Money retirement product. So what I'm saying is if you're 70 years old, you may want to consider having about 70% of your retirement nest egg in a product that can provide market-like returns with none of the risk. Any advisor out there will tell you that losses in your portfolio, especially during the distribution phase, could severely limit your retirement income and possibly cause you to run out of money long before you planned. So what are you waiting for? Make a plan today that will guarantee no losses from any market downturns and have no management fees. I can honestly tell you that I have never lost one night's sleep worrying about my clients' retirement dollars, and I never will because none of them are at risk. Give me a call at 800-231-PLAN or visit safemoneyretirementradio.com now for more details or to speak with me directly. In this week's case file, we're going to look at a 39-year-old woman that received a death benefit from her mom's passing, and she wanted to start a plan for her retirement with that lump sum. She really didn't need to use it right now and wanted to set it up to supplement her retirement in 20 years or so. And she wanted to be able to add more to it over the years. After looking at several options, she chose a Safe Money fixed indexed annuity where she could still participate in market gains but never the losses. And we found her a plan that she qualified for that allows her to contribute more to the plan as often as she wants, called a flexible premium plan. She said she loves the fact that she now has her own real retirement plan, and she just kept thanking her mom. I can help you start a plan as well. Just give me a call at 1-800-231-PLAN or visit safemoneyretirementradio.com right now, and don't forget to register for your free copy of the Safe Money book. For today's full chord, I want to talk about the importance of educating yourself about your options. Mark Twain said, "A person who won't read has no advantage over one who can't read." You need to take your own education about your retirement choices seriously and learn about your options so you can be prepared for whatever is right around the corner. Besides, who can you trust more than yourself?
Is your retirement money safe, really safe? Or does your plan advisor work for the insurance companies instead of working for you? It happens more often than you might think. Tim Wood is the independent plan advisor that many of your neighbors count on to guide them to a safe and prosperous retirement while eliminating the fear of market losses and the fear of running out of money in retirement. As a certified financial fiduciary, Tim is obligated to always put the needs of his clients first in every situation, and you can trust him to help you find your best plan as well. Discover products that include bonuses, guaranteed returns, and lifetime incomes, survivorship and long-term care benefits, and death benefits that can be assigned to multiple beneficiaries. Never worry about market losses again. Protect your hard-earned retirement now. Visit SafeMoneyRetirementRadio.com for your free copy of the Safe Money book and learn how to protect your retirement from losses, fees, and inflation. This message is brought to you by Tim Wood and theplanadvisor.com. Medicare, life, and Safe Money Retirement made easy. Visit SafeMoneyRetirementRadio.com right now.
Thanks for tuning in to this week's Safe Money Retirement Radio Show. Join me again next week to continue your free Safe Money Retirement education. Until then, keep it safe and visit SafeMoneyRetirementRadio.com. Take care.